Hey Kyle, this is Christian. Um, Here to take down your 4L60E transmission. Got the bolts out. That is the third time I've seen them change this bolt size. Um, Pretty much, if you ask any mechanic, the reason why they change bolt sizes so much in vehicles is we believe it. They just want you to spend money on more tools. So, anyway, let's get yours taken apart and see what's going on here. I went ahead and took the bell housing off. I always do that before I start filming on these because all it is just a bunch of noise and you wouldn't be able to hear me anyway. So I just pop it off, set it to the side, and then we'll get right into this. Hopefully you can see me and hear me okay. Let me change it just a little bit here. I may get in the way a little bit. I'm sorry, but I have to see things also. Let's just go ahead and get these pump bolts out. Get them out of the way, basically. What I try to do, especially by getting the bell housing off first, is get everything out of the way. It's a heavy unit, and wrestling it around on the bench can be heavy. We'll go and get the tail housing off next. I see you left your mount on, so let's go ahead and get it off. It's probably going to be a 15. Your mount, I'll put it back on for you when I go to build it. Let's get your bolts off. They're usually 15. Way everything's out of the way and try to make it as easy to move around as possible. And I'll show you everything as it goes. Tail housing, of course. On your tail housing, you've got a speed sensor right here. This is the output speed sensor. It's got a O-ring on it that I'll change. It comes in your kit. Same way with this here. That'll come in your kit also. This O-ring here. You're going to hear me say kit a lot because, believe it or not a lot of people realize it, but a lot of things come in your kit. So just put it on its back, let it drain for a second, open the belly up, get the valve body off. .13mm bolt. Make sure you can still see me here. Alrighty. This is your pan. Take a look at it. It don't look too bad, not as bad as I've seen others before. It does have a lot of metal in it. That's what all this gray stuff here is and what's on your magnet. Hopefully, usually that comes from your torque converter area. and it's going to get replaced anyway. And hopefully there's nothing else wrong in there, but we'll see here in just a minute. Here's your pan gasket. That comes in the kit too, and that'll get replaced. Hopefully you can see me all right. It looks like the phone might be messing up a little bit. Put this to the side. There's your filter. Good drain out. Fluid's burnt. Filter will get replaced with a new one. Alrighty. Start taking your wiring harness off of your valve body, your solenoids. This one got big fingers, and sometimes this speed sensor here. This is the newer kind, and sometimes I have a hard time getting my fingers down in it. So I like to put that in there pretty deep. It's no problem putting in, it's just getting it out. It can be a pain. That's okay. There we go. This off. All right, 2-shift solenoids, EPC 3-2 down. Your torque converter, speed sensor, neutral safety switch, which is on the inside of this one. Usually they're on the outside, but this one they're on the inside. It's just a change that they come up with. Let's go ahead and get this out here. This back in there a little bit so I can see here. Make sure you can still see me. That's why I keep looking back. Always afraid somebody can't see what I'm doing. Basically right now I'm trying to get this clip out. Sometimes they want to be a pain. Sometimes they want to come out. And right now, let's see. Take your 3-2 down out. They used to have a PWM. That's why there's a hole right there, but they used to have a PWM solenoid, but they did away with it. Put that over there. Now we'll get your lock-up solenoid out. And get your wiring harness out of the way. We'll actually take it out of the case. You can't take it out right now because the valve body's in the way. But I always take them out. So that way, when you're moving things around, you're not gonna cut the wires or anything. One, two, accumulator. It is down in there pretty good. Let's see why. See how far that's down. Got a feeling that spring may be broke. Here so we don't lose them. Try to get this out. Nope. This one's just got a little updated spring in it. I went to the smaller one on this one. I've only seen this a couple of times. This is your this is a plastic piston, okay? They do go bad. Again, I don't know why GM or any other manufacturers goes back and forth. It just seems like whatever they have in stock at the time, that's what they put in. But the update to this is an aluminum piston. So that's what I'll be putting into this, because the plastic pistons crack a lot. You can't see it and they'll bleed. The oil will bleed and cause it to slip. So we'll put a aluminum back in that. Bolts, and then you've got 3 8mm bolts right here of the valve body on it. I'm not really expecting to see much wrong with this valve body. Valve bodies are usually pretty good, really good design. I'm not really expecting to see much wrong with it, except for I'll be doing the updates inside the valve body when I go to build it. All right, that off, and that's just your check balls falling out. They're metal check balls. You've got 7 of them that go into the valve body. On the valve body part, got 1 in the case. You've gotten, they're metal, but new ones come in the kit, so I just change it with new ones. So we set that to the side. 8mm bolts. It has this plate. This is for your low reverse area. This is your valve body plate. Valve body / case plate. And it's these newer ones here, the brown ones. You can see it's kind of like got a brown color. Are really good plates. They're thicker. The older style was a lot thinner. The check balls used to beat out the holes a lot, so you'd have to update them or change the plate altogether. And we switched over to these, and now they're a good plate. It's just your linkage. Get it to the side. Let's go ahead. Get this. Check or the wired harness out. That way we don't break it as we're moving everything around. Valve body, strain it for a second, and then pick a few of the valves. Like I said, I'm not expecting it to be bad or anything. So we'll see. Always check the valves that are called floating valves, that there's no springs behind it. And they're just fine, as I was expecting. So what I'll do is start taking all this out, your solenoids, the clips here, and put new springs in there that come in the kit. And a lot of them are more heavy duty springs. It really don't change the shift, the way you feel the shift or anything like that. It's just an update because of the mileage that's on it. So lay that over here. All right, get this piston out. And see, this one's aluminum. That's an aluminum piston. That's what's supposed to go into the 1-2 accumulator. And that's what I'll be putting into it. And that did not have a spring. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. If they've been gone through before, sometimes builders take them out. Now onto your band servo. This right here. Give it a couple of whacks. Just breaking the seal at this point. Most of the time these are easy to come out. Sometimes they want to be a pain in the butt. That's your snap ring that holds it in. Give it a little jiggle here. See if this is going to be a pain in the butt or not. So far it's coming out. Get your scribe in there and just cut it. And that's the sealing. One of the sealing rings that gets replaced. It comes in your kit. This is usually all okay. All these rings here will get replaced. Alrighty. Now, let that drain just a little bit. No matter how much you drain a transmission, it seems like fluid just hides everywhere. Let's get this out. This is your pump. And it's got the speed sensor in it. This is a new design. This is something they just started doing recently. Maybe 10 years or so now. Maybe even sooner than that. I don't really like this design. The reason why is because your speed sensor is inside the case. You got a speed sensor problem or an issue or something like that, you got to take the transmission back out compared to where it used to be. It used to be on the outside of the case. But I don't know if it was you I was talking to, because somebody asked me about this speed sensor if I replace them, and yes, I do. If it's got the speed sensor in it, I do replace them with a new one, so that way, hopefully, you don't have any issues. Let's get this apart. One other thing I want to point out is this is a design change, and I like this design change. Right here used to be a groove where an O-ring used to go. It wasn't really a bad design, it's just they had some leaking issues out of it. So now what they did, see if we can get this out. Sometimes they slide out, sometimes they don't. It's kind of like a bushing seal that fits into the case, and it comes in your kit also. It's a lot thicker, fits in there right, nice and snug, and they don't leak. Good design. Not expecting to see anything wrong with the pump, and people worry because they're made out of aluminum, and the 6L80s transmissions do have problems, but pretty much most of the time your 4L60s don't. And just like I thought, it's fine. There's valves in there. Those valves will be taken out and updated. Same way with this. This is your pump body. It's fine. You've got a bushing right there that'll get replaced. Back here, that's the front seal. That'll get replaced with a new one. So, and it's just fine also. Set this to the side. Put the bolts over here. Pump washer looks good. Get this band out. Alrighty. This is your second and fourth gear band. See, it's burnt black. It's also, I don't know if it's picking it up, but it's got some crack marks in it. It's just from overheating. It's supposed to look like a real bright reddish color. Got some metal on it too. So that'll get replaced, your band. This is your reverse drum. It's got some burnt marks on it from the band when it was riding around it. But those, I sanded up, get the marks off. As long as there's no grooves in it, which there are no grooves where the band is eaten down into it, it's fine. That's a real thick, heavy-duty drum, so you can use them over. This is your first reverse set. And pretty much all transmissions, they've got two sets of reverse clutches in the front and in the back. They'll either have a combination of reverse clutches, two reverse clutches, or a reverse clutch in the front and a reverse band in the back. This here, as you'll see in a minute, has reverse clutches, low reverse clutches in the back, reverse clutches in the front. I like the design of the both reverse clutches better because the bands have a tendency to break. You can see here, it's burnt, so that'll get replaced. You've got a wave plate here at the bottom, just like most of your drums and most transmissions. It's a disc. Call it a wave plate, call it a disc plate, whatever. But basically what that does is when it hits reverse, when these are applied in reverse, it softens it up so it don't, they really don't want you to feel the shift that much. Let me show you inside here. These bushings will get replaced. You've got bushings right there. You've got two, actually, one right there on the back side, and this is the front side. And then you've got a piston here that's got lip seals in it. That comes in your kit. Same with the bushings, and those get replaced. Your bigger drum, you've got a shim and a bearing. Bearings are always good. This top set here is your 3/4 clutches and steels. Come on in third and fourth. They come on in third. And then also your band comes on in fourth, as well as these clutches it stays on. These springs that you're seeing fall out right now will get replaced or won't go back in there because I do an update that's better that don't include these springs. And what it does is it helps these. One of the bad issues about these transmissions here is you can see already, I've seen them worse than this, but this is pretty bad. That's burnt black, your clutches, and your steel is burnt. The update I do that's recommended pretty much keeps that from happening again. So let's get this other set out, and your input clutches or your input sprag assembly. This is your input and overrun clutches all as a set. You can see there's a wave plate there. It's fine. Most of the time your wave plates are fine. These are burnt. Those get replaced. Also, These pistons in here are molded pistons. They're rubber molded pistons. They'll get replaced as well. They come in the kit. I told you I'd be saying kit a lot because a lot of things come in the kit already. That's one reason why it's expensive, because you do get a lot of stuff in there. This is your input sprag assembly, one-way clutch, whatever you want to call it. I replaced these. This carries a lot of the weight of the transmission. This whole assembly, this here, that sprag, along with this, that's got grooves 8 into it. It gets used all the time. All the time. So that's why you get grooves into it, cut into it, as well as this part of the race too. So all that gets replaced, including the sun gear. Sun gear's fine. It's just they make the sun gear in with the input sprag assembly. Alrighty, let's get this snap ring out. Pliers over here. I think they're over here. Yep. We're getting the rest of your stuff out. Snap ring plier there. It looks good. Or not pliers, I'm sorry. Snap ring looks good, but it comes in the kit, so you get a new one. You just throw this away. And they always put a new one in the kit, so I always replace it. This is your updated new Planet system. The old Planet system was really good. This one's a little bit better. It's a lot more beefier, thicker. Steel's thicker. Same way with the ring gear. This is your input Planet, input ring gear hub. All that's fine. This is your sail or shell, sun shell. Can't talk today. This one's also thicker. I don't know if you've ever heard of, people call them the Beast. They used to make these a lot thinner back in the day, a long time ago. So they come out aftermarket. They come out with one that's called the Beast that made these thicker and replaced. This used to be a washer here, and then they replaced it with a bearing like this. It was such a good idea that GM said, well, we're going to start making it that way. And so they do. So they just automatically put their version of the Beast in it, and it works great. Because back then it was so thin, it used to strip out. It used to break a lot, especially on trucks. This is your reaction gear or your output gear, sun gear. It's fine. Also, should have showed you in the others. There's bushings in here too that come in their kit that get replaced also. Alrighty. Here is a washer. This washer here is plastic, as well as, I don't know if I told you, but they come in the kit and they always get replaced, no matter how they look, because they're kind of thin. So they always put them in the kit and you just replace them. Now we're going to get the what you see back here, or in the middle of it, is the center support. So that's big snap ring, installer. Use this to get it out. This is your pump gasket. We get it out of the way. We get another pump gasket too in the kit. And this may be in your way. I'm sorry. I just have to see down in here. It's kind of far down in here. That way I can get a hold of it and pull it out. That's your snap ring. These hardly ever break. Sit it right there. Move some of this out of the way. Give it a little tap. Alrighty. What keeps that in there so tight is, believe it or not, get it out here. Let me show you the. This is the center support. It's got a low roller clutch in it. It's always fine. Not saying, well, shouldn't say always. I have seen them break before. Hear that sound? It's nice and tight. It's where it's supposed to be. This setup, believe it or not, goes all the way back. They have not changed this design since the 350 transmissions back in the 70s. Such a good design. They put it in their 700 transmissions, which later on become your 4L60 transmissions, 4L70s, 4L75 transmissions. Changed a little bit of thing, just slight differences over the years, but it's pretty much the same thing since the 70s. So it's really good. A little bit of history there. This is your low reverse clutches. It's got a wave in it also. They are burnt. They'll get replaced. It's in your kit. Your other clutch. This is your reaction planet or rear planet, whatever you want to call it. It's more heavy duty. Got a bearing right here that fits on top of it. Get my fingers on it. Seen them come apart before, but most of the time these are just fine. Alrighty, let's get this other piece out here. Output shaft, just a big old hunk of steel. Never goes bad. This is your reaction or your output ring gear that goes to the planet I just showed you. It's also got a bearing on it. It's fine. Teeth are great. It's real good design. This here, reason why I had to beat it out a little bit, believe it or not, this U-shape, horseshoe shape clip helps seat the center support in place. What its job is for is just like any other that's in any other transmission. Is it helps keep it stable to where it helps it flex to where it don't crack the case. This is the same since the 70s also. Same design. There was places like Sonax, Gil Younger, other places that come up with a different design saying that this design was junk. They put it in there years ago, and I can remember back in the 90s, just tell you how old I am, back in the 90s or late 80s, where you put those in there, guess what? They cracked the cases. So we just went back to using these, whatever GM put in. It's worked great since the 70s. Back here in the back of the case, I'll be taking it out later when I go to build it. This is just a pin that helps hold the band in place. Just sit that right there. Back here is a spring and a piston. That's what applies your low reverse clutches. That will be taken out and the seals will be replaced in it, cleaned up real good. That's pretty much it. Let's see here. Going to need a kit, band, filter, torque converter, input sprag assembly, input speed sensor, And that's pretty much it. Pretty much everything we talked about. Maybe a couple extra things. Oh, I'm going to update the piston to aluminum piston in your 1-2 accumulator. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, just let me know. So shoot me a text or whatever. I will get this stuff ordered. Usually it takes me a couple of days, maybe the next day. Here lately, it seems like it's been taking a little longer. I don't know why. They said that they're having problems getting parts in on time, so it's been taking maybe a couple of days. So as soon as I get the parts in, I will shoot you a text telling you, hey, I got them in. So that means at that point, once I get them in, I'll be putting yours together, and it takes me a good day and a half to build it. And then you'll be ready. Your next text will be, you're ready. So that's about it. Any questions, just let me know. Sorry, I'm all sweaty and stuff, even though I got the AC going and allergies are messing with me. You have a good day.